Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for the 14th through the 20th of January 2024. I hope everybody has had a great week. I am going to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Aries out there. Guys, if that happens to you, I would suggest you check your other signs and placements and see if your messages are there. Keep in mind the energies can reverse or flip-flop, and that is not unusual in a general reading. And as always, Aries, please don't try to force yourself into a reading that's just not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Aries? Aries. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Aries, you are starting out with the World. You have the Nine of Wands and you have the Ten of Wands. So there's a cycle here that's wrapping up for you, Aries. You're closing something out so something new can begin. I see that you are very, very worried about it. You're very troubled about it. You may even be losing some sleep. I see you kind of feeling anguished about it. It's not coming easy. There's a lot of troubles. In fact, sometimes you just don't even know what direction to move in. You're trying not to make a mistake. You're trying not to move into some sort of a pitfall here. But there is definitely a cycle closing out for you. Let's see who's in your energy. You may be wondering if you're doing the right thing. I'm feeling that there's some chaotic energy around you as well. And I'm not sure why that is. It could be inner chaos that you're feeling. All right, so Aries, the person in your energy has the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords reversed, and the Star card in reverse. So this is somebody who is trying to hold on to you. They lack clarity in the situation about what's going on between the two of you. But I do feel like they're emotionally unbalanced. They may be kind of giving up hope because they don't really know what's going on between the two of you. But they're currently trying to hold on to you. It feels like there's some sort of a blockage between the two of you. Let's see what's in. Show me the energy between these two. I'm hearing hidden chaos. All right, we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's an unbalanced situation between the two of you, and this is why you may be wanting to end this or to end this cycle. There's a lack of balance between the two of you. Let's see what's affecting this connection. One of you may have been giving more to the connection than the other. What's affecting the connection is the Three of Wands. There's a period of waiting. There's a period of waiting, and I feel like you may have been waiting for a while. I feel like there's something here that is just kind of drying up between the two of you. That's the words I'm getting. In your outcome, we have the Five of Pentacles. And so I'm seeing in the outcome, somebody is going to leave, one of you is going to leave the other out in the cold. It could be both of you, because you feel like there's a lot of problems in this connection. This person feels like they're giving up hope because they lack clarity. There may be things that this person is not telling you or not being truthful about, and you're just constantly worried about this situation. So I do feel like right now there's been a waiting. There's been a lot of waiting in a very unbalanced situation, but it looks like it's culminating with somebody, you know, walking away from the other or leaving the other out in the cold, and the other person is going to be wounded. I feel like, Aries, you're the one that's leaving this person out in the cold, and they're going to feel very wounded by this. Now, the underlying energy is the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So there could have been an argument between the two of you. There could also be things that are not being said. Somebody may feel like they cannot speak their truth, or they might not be telling the truth. So let's clarify. Why is the World here? All right, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. So there's some kind of a spark of something new here that you may be feeling a little bit passionate about. It may not have really sparked off yet, but I do feel like you're losing your passion for this person that's in your energy. And I do feel that you're moving towards something. There's a card of movement and action, but you've got to close something else out first. Whatever it is that you're moving towards as you close this other thing out, it's actually in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune here. It's forward movement that is going to be very advantageous to you. There's also a little bit of karma that's involved with this. I do feel like you may be pulling back. You may not be speaking to this person in your energy. And you may feel that that is part of the karma that they're due. What's the Nine of Swords here? What's the Nine of Swords here? Yeah, you went through a lot of sadness with this person. A lot of anxiety, a lot of sadness. I see a breakup. I feel like at some point you weren't even taking care of yourself very well. You were kind of, you know, maybe overextending yourself. And I do see that you went through a lot of sadness. And now you're kind of coming out of that. You've rounded a corner here. You're just afraid that you're concerned at some point about doing the right thing. If the closing this cycle out is going to actually be advantageous to you. I do see that you're coming out of any kind of depression or sadness. And I do see that, which you, I believe, experienced at the end of this connection. And I do see you opening your heart up to love again. There's something that's trying to come through, something new, but I don't know that it's really come through yet. Let's see why the Ten of Wands is here. The Hermit and the Five of Swords. So if there was a conflict between you and this person, you've been thinking a lot about that. I can see that there were a lot of arguments. There could have been somebody who was in their ego. But I feel like you've done a lot of thinking about this situation. You've been looking at answers, trying to figure out what to do with all these problems in this relationship. And honestly, I feel like to some degree, Aries, you've decided you're going to come out the winner in this. You're you're not really as concerned as you have been in the past about the effect on other people, including this person in your energy. I do feel like you're really not speaking with this person, and if you are, there's a lot you're not telling them. You've really done some soul searching here. I feel like you're tired of the problems, and it's like, you know, you're trying to resolve everything within yourself, but you also don't care if it means having a fight with this person. I'm not saying you're wanting one, but you're kind of like, you know, you're not going to get the best of me this time. There's a feel of not allowing this person to get the best of you. And I do feel that you're not really speaking with them. There is something new that is trying to emerge, but it hasn't quite come through. But you're beginning to change your focus away from all this chaos into that connection. All right, so let's see this person's energy. Now, I can tell you they're holding on to you. They're not really doing anything, but they're, you know, it's because they're unbalanced, by the way, emotionally. But I do see with Temperance in reverse, we have the King of Wands in reverse. So they're not really taking any action. I do see that they realize that healing would have to take place in this connection, but it's kind of like they're just holding on to you. They're not really, this is not a very enlightened person. It doesn't appear. And they can kind of flip. They can be very charming, and then they can turn kind of mean. So be careful with this person, because they could be a little bit, a little nasty sometimes. I do see it stems from a emotional imbalance. They can also be very defensive. All right, we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Star. Oh, so they may not be telling you everything. There's something to do here with a cup of love that they're not discussing or talking to you about. They're not providing any clarity or truth. So this person is not telling the truth. They're with the Star card. See, here the Star card is in the reverse. So what they're doing is they're basically shifting their emotions, and there's somebody that they're hoping to shift those emotions to. Now, for some of you, this person could just be hoping that you will approach them with love as well. But there is something to do with a cup of love that makes them feel very hopeful that they're not talking about, they're not relating. So let's see why the Star card is in reverse here. Okay, we have the Magician in reverse, 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands reversed, and the Hierophant in reverse. So this person has been giving up hope on this connection. They're giving up hope on finding balance here. Right now, between the two of you, you have the 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. They've kind of given up hope on balancing this out and resolving the problems. You have the 10 of Wands, they have it in reverse, but they're giving up hope on it. So this person is feeling as if this connection is not manifesting. It's not going to come through. They're beginning to feel like this is not the direction. And I'm telling you, there's something to do with another party here, it looks like to me. Now, if it's not your situation, don't jump to conclusions, but I do feel that they have given up hope on balancing this out or solving these problems. And so therefore the alternative is that they are looking at this ending or just not working towards manifesting it. And I do feel like that's part of what has you worried. There's still a part of you as you're closing this out that at least wants them to put in the effort, to put in the work to it. But I don't see them doing that. And this could be part of the inequality in the relationship. They may be expecting you to do all the work. They may want you to come running after them, chase after them. So that's why they're holding on to you, hoping, but they're not really doing. And now they're kind of giving up that hope. Let's look at the energy between the two of you. King of Swords. Ooh, you're putting in some boundaries. Knight of Wands reversed. Okay, so you're putting in some boundaries. You're getting very honest with yourself and with this person as well. I do feel like you are trying to look at things from a very logical standpoint, non-emotional. You're trying to keep your emotions out of it, but I do see you stepping forward very honestly here. You may or may not relate to this person. I don't see a lot of communication on your side, but you are definitely being honest about the fact that this is an unequal relationship. Now, the person in your, and you also may feel that this person is being a player. Yeah, Knight of Wands in the reverse is a player. Yeah, and I am seeing some of that energy. So you may feel this person is being a player. That's at the worst. At the best, they're being inconsistent, and they know that they've been inconsistent. I do see a lack of communication. They are very unbalanced emotionally. They're not taking action. They're just kind of sitting back and holding on to you. Let's see why the 3 of Wands is here. All right, we have the Queen of Wands. That's you. Oh, they think you're the devil. Okay, sorry, Aries. I shouldn't be laughing. Yeah, they think you're the devil. Because the Queen of Wands is your energy, and then we have the devil. Now, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, but this person is clearly saying that you have hurt them. They don't trust you. You're doing things that are toxic. They think that you're out having sex with someone else. Ace of Wands. So they're waiting for you to confess to them what you've been doing here, or to find out about what you've been doing. But in the meantime, there's something to do with an offer of love that they're not telling you about, that either they're giving or they've received from someone else. And that's where their hope is shifting to. That's where their attention is shifting to, which is why it's making it easy for them not to take action, because, you know, they've got their attention diverted. But they're playing the victim with the Nine of Wands here. They're saying, I can't trust you. You know, we've gone through so much. You've put me through so much, Aries, with your toxic ways, with your cheating. But I don't see that in your energy. In fact, you're coming across as being extremely honest. Now, there is something new that you're waiting for. I do see you waiting for a very passionate new beginning. It's something that had a little bit of a beginning that caused the ending of this cycle to begin, but you're waiting for it to be something much bigger, something much better. And I do feel like, I will have to say, Aries, you do need to pay attention to self-care as well. Be sure you're not neglecting yourself. Don't sit in that worry and concern about what this person's not telling you. So, yeah, but they do. They think you're the devil. Let's look at your outcome. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So I do see you leaving this person out in the cold. I see you actually going into fight mode here. There is codependency in this relationship, and I do have to bring that up because it's here. I have to mention it. This whole thing could have kind of shaken you a little bit, made you doubt yourself. You maybe need to look at some issues of self-esteem, or, you know, how you're feeling about this. I do see that you are experiencing a loss, and that's appropriate. If you are leaving this person out in the cold, I do feel like you are trying to process this loss, and you do feel the loss, but I feel like you don't tell other people that. I do. I feel like you don't tell other people that. You do have a lack of clarity with regard to a lot of the fights that have gone on, a lot of the problems within this connection. And so I see you kind of pulling back here and trying to process all of this. I see you leaving this person alone, them feeling rejected by that, but you're really trying to process, what is it they're not telling me? What are they lying to me? Why are we having all these fights? Why do we have all these problems? And I see you kind of pulling back into your own energy here, taking the time to really kind of search for answers. Now, in their energy, what I'm seeing is that they are feeling very rejected. They have been holding on to you, even though it looks like they're looking at other options and they're playing the victim. But at some point, they're going to give up on this connection, and I feel like they're going to end this. They're setting themselves free. They're tired of worrying about all of the things between the two of you. Now, they are experiencing a loss as well, but they're freeing themselves from that. They're freeing themselves from feeling rejected or left out in the cold. They're just saying that it simply is not manifesting. We couldn't solve the problems. We couldn't bring this into balance. And so I ended it. So even though I feel like you're pulling away from them and they're holding on to you, at the same time, they have their eye on someone or something else. And I do feel like their attention is shifting. And as you pull away to find these answers, they're going to play the victim and point fingers, and then eventually, you know, they're going to give up on this connection because they're moving towards something else as well. So it's a lot to say there. All right, bottom of the deck is the King of Cups in the reverse. So you could be dealing, let's go to the signs. I see Capricorn. You have Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer here, Virgo. You have earth signs. Taurus is very strong. Could be another fire sign. You have all of them actually here. So it really could be anybody. Anybody. All right, so with the King of Cups in the reverse, I do feel like you have pulled back emotionally. I feel like you're not really speaking with this person. And this is also part of the underlying energy. Now, I'm going to pull from the angel answers, and we'll see if you want to get a question in your mind. We'll see if I can get you an answer. Spirit, I am pulling for the sign of Aries. Aries. All right, let's see what we've got. You have abundance. So the answer is abundance. All right, I hope that this has been helpful and provided you with some insight into this issue or this situation. If you have resonated with this, please hit that like button. It helps with the algorithms. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would be grateful if you do. Until I see you in the next reading, namaste.